Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello, people, and welcome to Footy Judgment. Welcome to your game day debate. Of course, smash the like button, guys, because I don't want to stop the show every 5 minutes to tell you to like the video. If you're watching this on the replay, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Mikel Arteta's critics are out. Liverpool top of the league with 5 points. Title contenders currently are Arsenal, Spurs, and Bournemouth with 10 points, 5 points behind Liverpool. Of course, Manchester City are 7 points behind. Arteta critics everywhere after they dominated position against Manchester City with 68% ball position. Kind of a waste of a first half, as a lot of people have criticized him, making subs in 45 minutes to actually salvage a point, of course, from Manchester City at his own ground at the Emirates. People are losing faith. People are losing their belief in Arsenal trying to win the league. Of course, we'll talk about that as well. Liverpool are 5 points ahead, again, with a performance. They absolutely held on to the 2-1 lead against Everton yesterday, and Chelsea are fumbling. But Chelsea fans are saying we're going to be all right, as always, of course. But how's everyone doing? As Liverpool fans chilling. Look at that. Let's put two Liverpools are like, we're just calm. We're just calm.
Smug.
Yeah, it's like a smug smile. You know, like,
smug. It's just that we're not worried. Like, we're doing our thing. We're playing like crap, and we're still winning. I'm not complaining, am I?
I thought you wanted to see your team playing well. Isn't that important? Performances over results?
No results. Okay, there is a difference.
Maybe not this early. Maybe not this early.
If Liverpool are not playing well but winning, Arsenal, I'm going to say this. Arsenal played okay against Leeds, right? Played good against Nottingham Forest. Played great against Leeds, good against Nottingham Forest. Kind of managed the game against Manchester United. Currently, they didn't play great against Liverpool. They didn't play great against City today. They didn't play all right against City, to be honest. It wasn't the worst performance in the world. But everyone's just hanging out to this Mikel Merino in the middle. Everyone. This is it. This is the Mikel Merino in the middle. This is it. As Arsenal didn't win because Mikel Merino started. I didn't know.
I just think people show the bare ass when they think that they know better than what's going on the field. Like, everyone's got their UEFA B licenses. They're all like masters of who should be starting. I woke up like 10 minutes before the game, and it was the usual meltdown of, oh my God, have you not seen the lineup? And I didn't even look at it. I could just guess what people were freaking out about. But same old, that regard. I think Arteta him and Pep like to play some kind of chess game where they like play differently against each other to try and nullify each other, and that's what they wasted the whole first half on, of like trying to stop the other team from doing what they wanted to do. And when you guys scored, you just shut up shop, and we basically had the run of the field, but we had to get through a 5-4-1, which used to be us. I can remember Rob Holding coming on and going, 5-4-1, everybody, time to like batten down the hatches. But it's the first time I've seen City doing that. But I don't know what all the discourse has been since then, because I went to the swimming pool. I'm not stressed out like everyone else, so I'll let Bilal get to the issues here, because I don't really understand the problem.
Listen, last night I literally tweeted middle of the night. I said, I better not see Rice, Zubimendi, Marino tomorrow, right? We knew it was coming. But you know what's funny about Arteta? He always throws a little spanner in the works as well. Trossard started as well. I said, I know what time it is today. I knew what was going to... The thing is, we conceded that first goal. I wasn't angry at that point. I wasn't angry at all. I just said, you know what?
You weren't angry at that? I was angry at that. That was the weakest goal we've conceded in like 3 years.
But already I've come into the game negatively because I've looked at the lineup and I'm not.
But that's your problem. You're already coming into it with like a rage bait kind of angle. Like Trossard started because he just got set up a goal versus Bilbao and scored a goal. Like he just.
But we've gone through Trossard. Sorry, with Trossard, every time he scores a goal, the next game he starts, and we know Trossard. He's been cooking when he comes off the bench. Off the bench, he's a problem. Against tired legs, Trossard, he finds spaces. He can do something. But, next game, this is not someone to start. This is someone to leave on the bench. As Arteta called it the other day, he made a new word, finishers. Martinelli and Trossard, they're finishers. Let them do that then. All of a sudden, you got Trossard starting. But anyway, that's not even the main point. You knew straight away coming into the game that if he starts Marino, Zubimendi and Rice, we knew what time it was going to be. Eze, you spend, nearly 70 million on Eze. Better than Odegaard. He's our best number 10, 100%. You got Nwaneri, who's been cooking every time. He's been getting a few minutes here and there as well. And you leave this talent on the bench. Obviously, Saka, no problem. We know Saka, obviously coming off the back of injury, no problem with him not starting the game. I didn't even expect him to come on in the second half, and he did, and he put in a decent performance. But you come into the game negatively. You come into the game with that cowardice.
Can I ask you something? Can I ask you something? Just before I go to Martin, Man City, do you think Arne Slot yesterday benching Wirtz and starting Szoboszlai, McAllister, Gravenberch was a little bit same? Would you say the same about yesterday's game? Why not?
100%. You look at the difference in intent when Liverpool play. It doesn't matter who's Liverpool.
No, forget the intent. I'm talking. You mentioned the lineup, right? Do you think yesterday in a Merseyside derby, in a tough game for Liverpool, in 12:30 kickoff, him going with the runner in Szoboszlai instead of the technical player in Wirtz, you don't think it looks kind of the same from outside?
No, I think Szoboszlai's been one of Liverpool's most outstanding players, so it makes sense to be playing.
He's not a creative midfielder though, but he's not a creative.
But in that game, it's a derby game, it's energy. You've got to get stuck in. Someone like Szoboszlai, and you have Gravenberch, who's been absolutely...
Okay, great. Do you think is it harder the Merseyside derby at Anfield or playing Pep Guardiola's Man City? By the way, I'm just asking the question because I want to see the logic of an Arsenal fan thinking about his team.
Okay, obviously it's harder to play against Man City, but you look at Man City now, and even look at the way they played with Marino in the midfield.
I asked you a straight question. Which game? Okay, hold on. Which game do you think is tougher? Merseyside derby for Liverpool at Anfield or Manchester City coming to the Etihad?
No, Man City coming to Emirates is a harder game than the Merseyside derby. Most of the time, with the Merseyside derby, how it's going to end. That's not no disrespect to Everton Football Club.
But Arne Slot, the attacking manager, chose to drop Wirtz and play Szoboszlai. Rotation, whatever, right? But he chose to go with the more trusted midfield, right? Than the midfield that everyone would call attacking, right?
Let me end this right now then. Marino and Rice, I just was reading stats. They played, I think, about 9 games together. Marino and Rice together. And I think we've lost 5 games.
That's a good response. I like this response.
One game, right?
By the way, the response is very easy. That midfield is a league-winning midfield. Arsenal midfield is not a league-winning midfield. I know the answer to my question. I'm just asking the question to you because I want to see you. How do you respond?
Oh, that's
a very
rude,
simple question.
I know Mo with this.
You know, it's a very. But the
question.
problem, because you are an Arsenal fan, I know the answer to my question. It's a very simple answer. You didn't need to do all of this thing and all of that thing. It's a very simple answer. You know, but the reason why I asked you, if Jerry said that, I wouldn't have asked you that question. But because you're an Arsenal fan, you like Liverpool, look at Liverpool's intent, and I'm like, but I know you, Bilal, you wouldn't say the same about Liverpool dropping verts and playing Sabozla, who's more of a runner than a creative midfielder, but you wouldn't. But anyway, long story short, I get your point. You
understand.
You win negative on Mikel Arteta before the game even started.
100%.
So you expected Arsenal not to win.
I expected us to struggle. I don't know if we were going to score a set piece.
Did you expect Arsenal to dominate? Did you expect Arsenal to dominate Man City like this?
This is okay. I came into the game saying we play our proper midfield. We come with that intent. We should be dominating Man City, and I think you saw it.
But when you saw the lineup, I'm sorry, guys. I'm taking over the show. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just questioning Bilal. So Bilal, when you said you had a meltdown before, you were angry. When you saw that lineup, did you expect to dominate Man City?
No, of course not. Not with that midfield.
Did you dominate Man City?
Because they obviously came and played a different way. They're doing long balls. Man City now a different team. They've got Donnarumma and goal, right? Haaland up front. No,
they're a different team.
Man City are in transition.
So you guys think that Man City were doing this by design? By design.
100%. 100%. City even
you thought they come to defend. When has Pep ever gone to a game to defend? Ever?
From when he recognized that, you know what, I haven't got the players to play the way we need to go. From when he went and brought in Pep Linders, who's a bit more direct as a player. Hence why, if you go and look at Haaland's goal, that's exactly what the Arsenal.
Jerry, Foden, Bernardo, Rodri is a midfield that should dominate position on paper.
No, it shouldn't. Rodri, yes. Bernardo Silva is an older Bernardo Silva that can't get about the pitch the way he did. And Foden isn't someone that can control games like that. 100% is excellent on the ball. But if you go and look at the types of players that they've got, especially using Doku, playing him more further in field, making out-to-in runs constantly, right? Playing with that back four of Kusanov, Guardiola, and whoever else. Like, come on, that's not... We've seen how, Man City set up. We've seen the positions their fullbacks take up on the pitch to stretch the pitch and really play in their half. City want you to press them because they want to go and be able to play through your press. The reason why they play out the back short is because they're trying to bring the team onto them. The fact that we're getting direct into Haaland straight off the bat, right? Haaland knocking it down for Doku to win, that's by design. That is not. Five at the back was by design. We've never seen him do this. It was a coincidence. The players didn't just ignore what Pep Guardiola was asking them to do. This is definitely something, to someone's point, I forgot we mentioned it, but said, Pep Guardiola and Arteta have this thing about trying to outsmart the opposition. I guarantee you Pep Guardiola said, you know what? They're going to think we're going to go and play. We're going to actually...
They've done that to us before. They did that in a game when we still had Rob Holding, where they lumped it long to Haaland and he knocked it down for KDB and KDB scored. I want to go back to Bilal for a second and what midfield who should be started in our midfield against Man City?
Either Noneri or Eze in the 10. It's simple as you take out Marino, and then for me personally, I would have actually been happy to start Eze on the left and then Noneri in the 10.
Okay, so Noneri we've seen in the middle, right? But he has issues out of possession, being able to actually know where to stand, who to defend against, how to press. It's not just about. Honest. Yeah, people just think it's this one-dimensional. We need a creative guy in there that's going to be a magician and cut through City on his own. But there's so much more to actually playing the game against Man City that I wouldn't even put Eze in there. I want to see Eze in the 10, but he'd never played before with Rice and Zubamendi as a 10 in the Arsenal. He barely played in that position for Palace. He was more out on the left, out hugging at the touchline a bit more. So I don't know. I don't know without Odegaard, I think he's got to find some other solution in there until Odegaard's back.
And Eze can be that guy.
What about Martin? When you saw that Arsenal lineup, how did you feel about your team, City?
I was too busy under attack in the group chats. I barely even registered who was playing. I just saw Marino and I was like, okay, I can see what everyone's crying about.
Martin, City, how do you feel about Arsenal in this game?
We were shocked. But it was.
You weren't shocked. You weren't shocked.
Was.
Why?
Thought we actually would have had Arsenal would have had a goals. in terms of the way they set up. We were doing it like in the group chat and spaces before the game, and when the 11 came out, everyone wasn't expecting that 11.
It's astonishing that all the Arsenal, every Arsenal fan was expecting this lineup. Actually,
no, we weren't. I mean, I was expecting the way we played because I told you last week when we played United, it wasn't a fluke anymore.
Yeah, so he's still. This is not how he's gonna play for the rest of the season.
No. He'll change up for different games. We went 1-0 up and we did defend. There's a difference between defending a lead and defending a draw.
Is this different than what Arsenal defended with 10 men last season?
Yeah, because they would draw. They would draw.
No, we were winning 2-1 when he got sent off, when he got a red card.
No, but you play like that every time he comes to the Etihad.
Okay, so this is the thing. Every time, including that one time, or just like we're being painted
Well,
with
it's not, no, for us, it is a one-off at the minute until we see it more often. We were defending a lead.
I personally don't think there's an issue with going and defending leads or having defense.
It is what it is for me.
Yeah, but you have to have the personnel to pull that out effectively.
Personnel, but not only that, there's not a problem. Like, as in, I grew up loving. I mean, how Mourinho used to set up teams and Benitez when we used to play Chelsea. Like, I'm a Liverpool fan, but the difference is, for me anyway, Arsenal were in a position in the first half and even in the second half. They started to do it in the second half more so, but in the first half, where very similarly to the Liverpool game, you just didn't take the game to City. City looked like they couldn't string two passes together. And it just didn't create anything. It was not about the players on the pitch. It's about the intent that they go and play with. So to Mo's point, you try to say, oh, what's the difference between Liverpool and not playing this and that? Liverpool didn't sacrifice Wirtz to sit back and allow Everton to take control of the game. They took it to
that though.
And Arsenal didn't do that, but Arsenal took control of the game.
No.
Arsenal took control of the game, Jerry.
You have the better chance.
That choice of words. You saying take control of the game. I'm saying taking the game to City. The game was there.
He literally took the game to City.
No, they didn't. They just kept control of the ball. Didn't create any chance.
It's funny because as you say that,
no, you're shameless.
As you say that,
I'm not shameless. I'm not shameless.
As you said, I still think City had a better chance.
I'm not shameless. I told you that in a message that I sent you before half time. I told you that Arsenal control position, get in the right places. They failed to create the chance.
Exactly.
So what's the point?
That's the point.
Football about holding possession and creating.
Now we're gonna talk about how Arteta doesn't. Yeah, but that's the problem. Now we're gonna talk about Arteta knows how to control games, how to get players in the right place. But that final part, which is the most important part of football, you can do the best setup in the world. You can get the players in the best positions. Now about you making them coordinate together to create the chance, to get the shot on target.
Exactly.
He doesn't do it.
Exactly.
He doesn't do it. And that is a problem.
Who had the better chances today?
City.
You can't do that, because I remember when Arsenal drew City 0-0 at the Etihad, Arsenal had the better chances at that time, but everyone said that Arsenal didn't play well, even though it was a draw at Etihad. We know how the media will change the narrative.
City have anyway. It was a Haaland chance was their best chance, and that's what happens when you open up too much and City punish.
And the
I love it.
Doku had a moment. That was it.
Again.
Really.
Not talking about Ryan's chance.
I am actually with Jerry. I am the same guy that didn't criticize Arsenal defending a 2-1 lead at the Etihad with 10 men all in the box, because it nearly worked. City today scored in the first 5 minutes. They did the right thing by defending for the rest of the game. Did it work? It didn't work, because it didn't work for Arsenal last season.
There is one criticism I have of City though.
Only one?
Only one thing, because I think, again, like what Jerry said, the fact that you bring on centre backs to see out the victory, I completely understand that. When I was like, okay, City gonna try and hold up, fine. The only issue I had, especially when you're doing it in around about the 76th, 80th minute, at least have some form of outlet. And to be honest,
Doku was there.
I don't know, but I know people say Doku was there. taking off Haaland, I'd rather you take off Doku and keep Haaland on,
He had
because
to take
Haaland
him
is
off.
so much more
Haaland said he wanted to
effective.
come
No,
off.
he
Apparently,
had to take over Haaland. Haaland was out of gas. He
If
was
that's
out
the
of gas
case,
at that
then
point. And he'd already
fair
told
enough,
him
but-
he needed
I
to
think
come
that's
off.
why Haaland dropped off into the back line afterwards. He's like, I can't run anymore.
Yeah,
Let me
with
just-
all due respect, you got to remember we went and played on Thursday night.
yeah.
So
Fair
it was turned around.
What
and we
happened to Martin? Did he leave?
we didn't change the team. That's the first time ever Pep's gone 3 straight games with the same 11.
Mm.
And we played, weekend Thursday and into Sunday.
Yeah, but I thought you have the
Was,
deepest squad in the league, but that's for a
what it
different
was.
day.
Pardon?
I thought you had the deepest squad in the league. You kept telling us you have the
But now
deepest
when
squad in the league.
5-6 injuries. What do you want us to do?
Yeah, but to be honest,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
saw
Hang
you.
on. No, don't do this.
This
You
was
want
the
me to bring on
game
Maresca?
they did miss
You want me to bring on
Marmoush.
Maresca?
Marmoush
We already had a
Marmoush
kid
in
at
this
left
game
back.
would have been
What are we
so
doing here?
beneficial for them, especially with the way they were
But you're
playing.
being disingenuous now, Mom.
That's
It's a
country
dig. It's a
like-
small dig. You
I know
what
it's
I'm
a
talking
dig.
about when you
I
say
know
it's a dig.
everything you do at City's
Mo-
a dig. Ain't stupid.
Fonzie saying Mo putting in Sabozlai is still a progressive choice.
No, it's an agenda choice. I know what you're doing, man. We
You
know
said
you're
it.
So
saying
that's
that-
not me. That's Fonzie. Is the one who's saying this.
No, you're the one that like to bring up Sabozlai every single time about Liverpool in a negative way.
How Sabozlai has been one of your best midfielders. How am I? What?
That's the
I've been
dig- the
praising
dig-
Sabozlai for the last month or so.
Yeah, but the dig of the fact that you think he's just a runner more than having any form of technical ability. That's
No,
why.
this season he has improved massively in terms of ball carrying, passes, and offensive creativity. Florian Wirtz, 130 million pounds. Number one is 115 million pounds. Only 0 contribution. Paul Pogba, 100 million. 4 assists in 1 game. Levels, come on, United. Okay.
Look what you've done,
By
critic.
Chris.
Look what you've done. You've given life to Man United fans again.
A friendly
Sorry.
reminder that Judge Mo said he would have his head and present the show shirtless if United won the league. Come on, United. Yeah, 100% shirtless and shave my head live on camera if United win the league. But AD, why is your counter to this if United don't win the league then? But you have to have a counter for it, right? So AD, you have to have a counter. And United are not winning. The AFTV clapping off a draw today with Hilarious. No, they didn't. They did
They did.
again?
They
They
did.
did it again. They did it again.
I don't watch
They
that
did.
team.
They did.
Did they do it
No, I've
again?
not seen it.
Did you see it?
Give me 1
I'm
minute.
gonna
I'm gonna
search
send
for
it to you.
this.
I'm gonna send it to you.
Oh,
But I'm
just by the way,
gonna actually,
we
I
got in
actually,
trouble for doing that last season.
but I can actually tell you guys something for real. The fact that people are policing Martinelli's celebration after he's coming off the bench and saving a point, I actually think this is disingenuous.
That was a big goal.
The
That was
kid
a
is
big
under
goal.
a lot, and also the kid is under a lot of pressure. A lot of Arsenal fans said we want you out, and then
Yeah.
him coming off the bench and
Back to back.
scoring.
No,
Back to back.
I want you to say
Yeah.
that again louder, Mo, because the people that have been hating on Martinelli for the last 3,
Look,
4,
And,
5,
and,
6
and,
months.
and I
is
still
crazy.
think you need to get better than him as a starter. Maybe he can be a bench player. But my point about it, there is a lot of people that are criticizing Arsenal team for celebrating a draw in the 92nd minute against City when they were camping in City's half the majority of the time. I don't think that is the issue. The issue is maybe that point is a 2 points loss instead of a point gain for Arsenal.
I think
But
that's
in the
way-
terms of the goal, it's within their rights to
I
celebrate
think,
the
I
goal.
think that's the way to look at it, because you see, like,
We got told off for
if,
that.
let's say it was 0-0, right?
You
and
guys
Martinelli
celebrated
scored
last
a goal
year.
to win the goal, to win the game, and let's say they
You
played
told
the
us
way
off,
City
didn't you?
did today. Let's say Arsenal played the way City did today, and they just parked the bus the whole game. City were all over them, but Martinelli scored a counter break goal and scored. No one would criticize Arsenal for sitting back, but it's the fact that they had so much possession that, like, City weren't at their best. They really couldn't get a handle on the game, right? But you just struggled to create any meaningful chances or sustained pressure. It was getting the ball sideways, left, right, back. There was even in commentary, there was a fan who was like, just pass it forwards, and he was just getting mad on the, he's like, that's do you know what I mean? That's the
Genius.
fans in the stadium. But it's
Why
not
did we
because
do
it's
that? That's
Urgency,
crazy.
that's the thing. That people getting
Such
desperate.
good advice.
But I like how you mentioned the 2 points gained or 1 point, 2 points lost and 1 point gained in, because
Do you want me to just Ram just sent me the video? Just took a look at it. It's really here we go, guys. It's final. And they literally just all of them.
They made me look disappointed, though. I'll be real.
I mean, I think compared to the alternative of losing, I'll give it a small
Yes,
clap.
yeah, I agree.
Definitely. It's a hard fought point, man.
But the
It's a
reason
hard-fought point.
why people are gonna banner it, like, and I use them.
They're
Jose
going to banner us
Mourinho.
whatever we do, even if we
No.
disagree,
But,
like,
but the
green
thing is,
shirt.
for this, right, there is a reason because the whole thing that I think Mourinho's probably said this out loud. I prefer taking a drawing away from home, but when you come to my home, I am making sure I'm getting all 3 points. That's how it all started. I think Ferguson was the same thing as well. The fact that you drew at home in your own gaff to a potential, I don't know, people will say potential title rivals, but other people say not, against a very, very good team in Manchester City. That's where the banter will come because you're celebrating a draw when you're the better team, you're up against a rival, and you have an advantage because you're at home and you didn't get all 3 points. That's where the banter is going to come along. And I hear it because at the end of the day, I guarantee every single fan before the game will be like, Arsenal's the better team. Arsenal's going to win this game, and it didn't happen.
I don't know if you can look at that game and say that yes, this team is better than this team. This is what's going to. That was
before the game.
Irrespective of before the game or after the game, like City have one of the better managers that the game has ever graced. Like he knows how to set up teams. He knows how to attack teams, whether it's a home or away. So the fact that he threw in a bit of a monkey wrench and went to play a little bit more on the counter, play a little bit more defensive, and was up 1-0 late stages of the game. I mean, that just again is a testament to how more for me. Pep's one of the great masterminds of this game. Like nobody would have thought that he went there and did that. And to my surprise, I'm pretty sure that Arteta thought the same. He's like, wow, what is going on here? They have the ball, 66% of the time and could not pierce that back line.
Well, we did it to United, remember? And everyone said that we were crap and, we should have blah, blah, blah. Like, I feel like there's different rules for us and different rules for everyone else. And I think that's what Mo's kind of getting at.
Yeah, I really think that, like, right now, what we're seeing under Pep, people can call it like a rebuild and stuff like that. I think there's a change in his philosophy right now. Because you go out and you get a goalie in Donnarumma who's not necessarily adept at playing it up from the back. You're looking now to play it a little bit more direct into the attackers, bypassing the midfield. And that, to me, is completely different from what we've seen from Pep. And every year he usually comes up with a different wrinkle. And this might be it this year where they play a little bit more direct into the attackers.
I need to respond to something, to be honest with you. I'm not sure if that person is watching us now or not. Someone called me out on Twitter and said that I am everything that because I actually say that Arsenal criticism today is warranted only because of the lineup, but the approach of the game and having an attacking plays and having 68% position also. And people say that Arsenal park the bus all the time. Isn't that? I'm just gonna ask everyone here a question. Is that the consensus that everyone is going with, right? That Arsenal park the bus all the time? If anyone disagrees with this, just let me know.
I don't think
so. Arsenal don't park the bus all the time, do they?
Not all the time.
How can Arsenal park the bus all the time? Most of the time we're playing against low blocks. But the problem is,
what about big teams? Do people think that when Arsenal play Liverpool, they park the bus and stuff like this?
Depends on the situation.
I don't think they park the bus. I don't think they have done for a while. I think their problem is they rely on Saka. Can you just do something? Even today,
that is okay. Hold on, Jerry. I agree. That is a different criticism that we can talk about the football and how Arteta's failing to create chances from open play, blah blah blah. But in terms of people in the chat, and with all due respect, casual people that keep saying that repeat like parrots on Twitter and everywhere, that Arteta is a defensive coach and he always parks the bus.
Well, no, actually,
because
they say that he's a terrorist and they call him Hitler, but they don't realize that terrorists attack things and Hitler also attacked things. So it's at the core, it's not even.
What are we doing there? What are we doing there?
My point about this is that the people that keep saying this, last season at Liverpool, Arsenal had 56% possession. The game ended 2-2, right? So Arsenal had more possession. Before that, it was a 2-2. It was 55 versus 45. And when Arsenal were up in the first half, they had more possession than Liverpool. That definition of, and I'm not here slagging off Liverpool, I'm saying it's like that new thing that is going on in the media by pundits, by casual viewers, by people that keep repeating what some people say on social media, aka Don Hussam, who has a big influence on people nowadays. Big up my partner Hussam, of course. That Arsenal are a terrorist team that actually defend all the time.
Yeah,
If
but
you
like,
wanna
I'm just
let me
quickly.
just
And
say
I
that.
think okay. Go ahead.
Jerry is the one that described it very well. He's like, they might have the ball, but they don't do anything with it.
Exactly.
It's
Right?
it
But
pays-
that is so different from a coach that is defensive. He only did it when he went to 10 men against City in a big game.
Okay, but is there
You
only
only
one
did
way
that.
is there only one way to defend? Are we talking about just playing a low block and like absorbing pressure and whatnot, or is there a defensive tactic where you're controlling the play by
Okay.
holding onto the ball, recycling
Yeah.
possession, right? So when you
Okay.
say that the
Okay.
defensive they have 56% of possession, I don't know if that's necessarily is a
So
telltale
Arsenal-
of how
okay.
they're playing.
Factually critic, Arsenal actually is the team that holds the ball the highest on the pitch. Factually.
Okay.
Yeah,
The highest average.
But,
line.
Okay,
but that is sometimes a very useless position
No,
of the ball.
but
Very
that's what I'm
useless.
saying.
It
This
doesn't
is-
matter where you have the possessions, what you're doing with it.
This is something that Pep Guardiola used to do, right? Is that they'd go and they wouldn't have. So obviously, there'll be some games where they're winning 5, 6, 7-0, and obviously that's the difference. But there'll be times in big games where they're playing and they'll just keep it for 10 minutes because they know, all right, we're knackered now. We don't want the game to be end to
Take
end.
the
They've done
sting
it
out of
against
the game.
Liverpool, where you silence the crowd and you just keep it and keep it and keep it. And Pep Guardiola spoke about it. They were like, all right, sideways part. He's like, I love the game when it's 50,000 passes and we don't do anything because he knows the team's in control. Now,
Okay.
Arteta can do that. But when the ball gets into the final third and then they're like, all right, let's just try win a corner or let's just win a free kick so we can get a set piece. That's when you're looking at it and you're like, you've got the possession, but it's not impacting the game. You're not taking the
Okay.
game.
Okay.
Do you think also that there's a
Let's debate. This is a very good argument. I
Especially,
like
No,
especially
no,
for me,
it's-
especially for me, when a team is sitting back and is saying, you know what, let their centre backs have it. Let Saliba have loads of touches on the ball when no one's really pressing him and Haaland's just stopping. He's just literally standing in front of Zubimendi and just watch it next time. He's just moving left.
Can I
moving
have
right,
Martin
just
respond?
not
please?
allowing the pass to go into the middle. Forcing
I
him to
feel
go
like
out wide.
some teams are set up in a way, so quite often ours, where we want people to press us, and if they press us all the way to our back defenders, then we're going to use that as the opportunity and the stimulus or the I don't know the right word for it, but the
trigger.
right timing to attack is when we've got them all out of position. But if someone like City today won't press onto our centre backs, then we'll end up with this kind of game where we're trying to pass it around, waiting for them, and no one's flinching and no one's going for it. So I think you can see it's kind of like a passive aggressive kind of attack mode. And yes, you're right. Like when we get up in the attack there, we need to find other ways of attacking. I think that's what we're doing with new players. But right now, it's only been like 3 or 4 games, and not everyone is playing in the same position every game, and they don't really know what each other's doing yet to do that subconsciously. So I don't really have as high expectations on us being this swashbuckling team as everyone else.
Yeah.
Five-
But Arteta, sorry, quickly,
five
can I
days
just
in.
jump in?
One
On the
second,
midfield.
just on
Oh,
that point,
go on,
yeah.
go on.
Just on that point for Mo. To your point, the difference, and I think this is where some fans are misconstruing what the pundits are saying. The pundits are actually giving Arsenal praise. They are. What they're saying is release the handbrake. And the problem is Arteta doesn't want the game to be end to end. So if you go and look at Klopp as an example, right? Klopp says, I don't care. I don't care about what City are going to do because we trust that we're going to go and get the goal. With Arsenal, it's as though, whoa, we've got to be careful because City can do this to us. So we're going to make sure that we're just going to keep it for that bit longer. Whereas you saw when the game started to get a bit stretched because Arsenal had to do it, right? And especially and kind of pin City back. That's how they got their goal. But before that, it was just sit back, don't worry about it. Slot, he's getting
But
criticized.
ironically, our goal came from kicking it over the high
Slot's just
line.
going all
not
out.
from-
Slot's like, we're 1-0 up, 2-0 up. We're still going to go all out.
Yeah, but
And
Martin
that's-
is right. Martin here said that, but that playing that long ball, Martin, is normally when people that coach football, the reason why some coaches tell players not to play long ball because they don't want to play that risky 50% pass. Because every long ball is a 50-50 between a forward and a defender. But even Pep Guardiola said that the 5-10 yard passes are easier to connect and easier to complete. You always have the ball. It's easier for you. Actually, I actually think what Eze did is away from the instructions. No way Mikel Arteta is telling his players to play long ball. That is
Well, he did
that is
that for
not the
Calafiori.
Arsenal I
That's
see.
not
But Mo, that's probably with every manager. Like, not many managers would like players.
Arne Slot, the majority of the
No,
diagonal ball.
honest- you know-
Arne
you know-
Slot,
you
the
know-
majority
you know
of
who's
the
the
diagonals, and if there is
No, do you know who's the
Arne
person?
Slot tells everyone if there is a space, play it to Salah, Ram.
No, but Mo, there's a difference. I'll give you. There's a perfect example was Jurgen Klopp. Jurgen Klopp, who we all know that a lot of our players thrived on individual brilliance, especially with that Klopp team. But Klopp used to hate the fact that he had rules of not allowing any player to shoot from beyond the penalty area. You're only allowed to take shots.
No,
in the
shooting's
penalty area.
different though, Ram. But Slot was like, can we go and get Klopp and Slot even to this season is, can we go and if we win the ball back and we're in a position where we can we get to their box in 7 seconds?
That's it. That's what I'm talking about.
Can we get how quickly can we transition? It's the
Is
transition
it a
game.
long through ball, long ball?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
The pass, the way Klopp would speak about it, it's the contrasting ideals. Klopp was contrasting to Guardiola. Guardiola, we want to keep it. Why? Because if we do the short pass and even if we mess it up, we're within the confines of the pitch to win it back and hunt.
Yeah,
win it.
exactly.
With Klopp was that, Salah's in space. Alisson, pump it long. Pump it long. Because we're going to trust that, and we're going to trust that, yeah, you might stop that 5 times in a game, but the 6th time Salah's going to take a touch and score. Or Van Dijk's going to find Salah and he's going to create a chance.
That's a manager that takes risks.
But
I believe that
wrong in saying Arteta doesn't want that because we signed specifically these players like Gyökeres to like break that line and to chase after balls, and that's Martinelli's only really useful thing is to like just chase the ball, right?
That's why I think
he wouldn't have not wanted that pass to happen. Like the same as Calafiori fed Gyökeres.
Yes, that goal and the Eze goal as well. The Eze assist.
Yeah, we're talking about possession-based teams versus direct attacking teams, right? A possession-based team does not want to launch the ball 15, 20 yards because if you have to go back and chase it, you're wasting so much energy trying to recover the ball again, right? So you want to keep the possession for as long as you can until you find an opening. At least have a defense that
a YouTube
makes
football
mistakes.
show where we're analyzing football instead of banter. It's fucking refreshing. It's
just kinda
absolutely
weird.
refreshing. Wow.
I was expecting to get
swear.
cooked today. I'm feeling good about this.
We
I'm
are
feeling nice and
analyzing
relaxed.
football. It's actually very refreshing on a Sunday evening.
When I see stuff like risk or creating chances and everything like that, because the example that JJ made with Alisson over pumping the ball out to Salah, if you look at those chances or those availabilities they have, under Slot or even Klopp's mind, they were thinking, if you pump it out long to Salah, if he's up against, best example, if we're playing against Everton, if he's up against Tarkowski, 9 times out of 10, he's going to get to the ball before Tarkowski because he has pace.
But City did something, Ram, today that they didn't allow Arsenal. Like, I saw Bernardo Silva today sprinting to double on Madueke. Sprinting from halfway line. When Madueke had the ball, have 2 players on Madueke instead of 1. Like, and I've never seen City do this. Always Pep Guardiola, Martin can speak on this, Martin, Manchester City. Always Pep Guardiola trusted his team to defend one-on-ones, especially on the sides. He never asked his team to double on plays. It's a different City. It's a different plan. It's a different brand of football that we are seeing. He did it against Man United. When Brian Mbeumo got the ball, you double on him. You'd actually go and double on Mbeumo. This is different. I want to hear Martin as well because he hasn't spoken over it.
Yeah, no, like I said, I mean, Arsenal can play how they want, City can play how they want, but City had to change their style. We've lost a lot of the players we've lost with more the possession, free-flowing footballers, and we don't have that anymore. We're now going into a more of a physicality sort of transition sort of phase of play. I think what City are trying to do is what opponents have done on us, especially last season. Liverpool did it perfectly last season at the Etihad. They surrendered possession. I think they came now the lowest possession they had in about 10, 15 years, but they were creating the better chances because they were doing it through the transition. Now you can sit and you can have the ball. You can have 70% possession in your own half and go left, right, diagonal back. So that's what City were doing for a long, long time. And we weren't getting anywhere because.
But do you think you can win the league like this? Because the aim for Man City is to win the league.
Every game. I don't think we'll play like this every game.
not every game, but against the Liverpools, against the Brightons, like you did
Yeah,
against
because
Man
I'm not
United.
being funny. Do you think going Anfield away for the last 15 years and playing flary football's helped us? It really hasn't.
Yeah.
The only thing we
think
get at Anfield is a cold and come away.
I think
What
they
we've got to
changed the
do
style
now.
against
So can I ask a question? Who's to critic now, to couch? Who's more dangerous for Liverpool, Arsenal or City, after today?
Chelsea.
Who's more dangerous in terms of a title challenge?
Of course. If you from, are you, okay, hold on, just guys. Let me just ask him. Are you in a title race?
Are we in a title race?
Yes?
No, we'll challenge them.
Okay, so that's why I'm asking you. You're an outsider. You're like me here. So it's the same. So I'm asking you, who's more dangerous for Liverpool, City or Arsenal?
Arsenal.
I know
You
who
still
Liverpool. I know who Liverpool will think is more.
You think you think still Arsenal are more a threat to Liverpool than City?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, they have a more complete squad right now.
I don't know. I think
100%.
the squad's
That's facts.
highly
Arsenal
overrated.
have the squad. It's true. It's just we got to get
Like
the
I
balance
said,
right.
for me,
Am I wrong about this? Like Mo, you seem to be
I will
looking like
judge you not.
surprised.
no. I actually think Arsenal are more dangerous like you.
October, November. Ask me that.
I'm with you
In
too.
the-
Actually,
I agree with you, but I think based on what we have seen this season, because people forget something that currently, guys, Arsenal have dropped points against only two teams, right?
Yeah.
Which is City and Liverpool. Can I ask you guys something for real? Everyone on this panel, are you expecting Arsenal to drop points against the Minnows? 15 out of the 19
Define
teams they
minnows.
play.
Define minnows.
15 teams out of the 19 teams they play. 15
No,
teams.
It's possible. Like
You
Newcastle
can't
next
do
week,
one.
they're not minnows.
Newcastle.
but-
That's why I said 15. I didn't say 17.
Okay, but still, there's too many teams. You know what it is with us? Listen to you guys speak. I've been thinking about our team as well. All it is for me, I think we've got the squad to win the league. 100%. I believe in the
It
squad.
changes mind.
No. What is holding us back is this manager. I was even thinking now, watching Rice and Zubamendi play, and obviously, this is still new, watching them two play. We need to figure out how these two are going to work. You got to get that number 10 in front of them. If not, someone like Lewis Skelly, we need midfielders who can take the ball in the half turn and break themselves. Right? I've been thinking
You
about
have the
Lewis
quality
Skelly's
of
and
players like
Oneris.
that.
How's Gyökeres going to get any chances, right?
By the way,
You've got the
I
likes of
thought
Rice
Gyökeres
and-
today
Woeful.
it's not woeful, bro. He didn't arrive.
I think it's not even fair.
He
You've got
was
a midfield
woeful,
who's
man.
not
The big
third.
No, but to be honest with you,
Norwegian
I think he got the ball twice in the 18. He was able to turn, and then he looks up, and every Arsenal player is just looking at him. I'm like, what are you gonna do? I'm like, he was not gonna be able to do anything by himself.
I can't believe you missed that Timber chance. That was like the only thing you bought for us to be the last man on the last shoulder, and that cross just sailed across the goal like an early cross. It's like, I don't know. What are you supposed to be there?
Arsenal don't help him though.
No, I don't. I
100%.
think
He's going to help
him.
himself. I don't think this is like, he just stands there and he's going to get everything delivered on a platter. I think he has to meet the team halfway, and we've got to change how we play, but also he's got to like do more, and he's got to be there when it's a chance.
I personally feel the way that the personnel that Arsenal set up with, I think they were expecting City would try to dominate the ball at the Emirates. And Arsenal would be able to hit them on the counter. So using Madueke's pace, using Gyökeres' pace behind.
This is why I don't understand it. We haven't done that for 3 years.
I know. I'm but that's what it looks like to me, because you could see in the second half, credit to Arteta, he didn't wait to the 75th minute. He just went and said, Eze and Saka, you're coming on straight away.
Did you hear the interview? Madueke only came off because he was ill.
Oh,
you know what the funniest commentary I heard? There's people that were giving Arteta crap for signing Madueke, were giving Arteta crap for taking Madueke off today.
Wait for it. This is what, game 5? Just wait for it.
And apparently,
come talk to me in November, man.
That's the thing. I'm with Couch, right? Because I heard the exact same things. The perfect example, Dom was one of the main people that was saying this. Madueke is one of the best 1v1 dribblers. That's what the main thing that everyone was saying about him. And everyone told him, the end product's not there. Okay, cool. He gets past his man. What does he do? Oh, he gives the ball away, or he turns over possession. It's the same thing. I haven't seen anything different. It's the same way he gets past. It was get past O'Reilly, go to the touchline, either get a corner or put a ball into the box and hope someone's there. And no one was
past
there.
O'Reilly?
What's that?
Say that again?
Did he get past O'Reilly a lot?
Yeah,
though?
plenty of times,
Couple
actually.
times,
Plenty
a
of
couple
times. Yeah, yeah.
He did.
Really?
About 3-4 times. But the problem is, and I was speaking to Hussam about this earlier, which is shows what me and Jerry were talking about like before at halftime, is he gets past his player, crosses the ball near post, right? Eucharist is 12 yards away on the far post. And I'm like, okay,
See, that's weird though. 'cause
how
I'll
is
sit
the
against
manager
O'Reilly.
not coordinating
I know.
that?
Yeah,
Can I
but
just
the other
finish
thing
this
too.
point? Can I finish
Oh,
that point,
City
Martin,
fans,
please?
I understand we're doing AFTV at the minute. I understand this has become an Arsenal stream. There was another team in this game.
No, I asked a straight question.
Well, 40
Are you in a
minutes,
title
only
race? He said
from
no.
Arsenal.
So what do you
Hello.
want?
And then
What?
you just said it's funny because
It's too early for title time. Man. I don't
All
know,
City
you guys-
fans
you guys
thought
got title
O'Reilly-
at five
No,
games in.
O'Reilly
Hussam
had his
thinks
decent
that you
game
can.
toward the-
Hussam thinks that you can lose the title in game week 5.
Is that what Hussam thinks?
Yes.
It's a shame that he thinks that way then.
Hussam thinks that you
Listen, all I'm
cannot
gonna
win
say
it.
is, you want to write us off? Write us off. People
I
can
am
write us
not.
off all they
I
want.
can. The problem is today,
I'm the
Pep
only club
actually
here
responded.
apart from
Pep,
Liverpool who's got on 10,
Pep-
15, 20 game unbeaten runs.
Pep responded today, right, and said that he is
But he doesn't
winning.
learn.
He
He
learns.
has no plan B.
He learns. That's why he
has no
proved me
plan
wrong.
C.
He proved me wrong. He learned.
I get
Today
so
he
angry.
learned.
Today.
But the thing is, right, with City,
Martin,
Maybe also
you,
the
I have
defensive.
never seen Pep Guardiola able to set up his team defensively and play on the transition. He did it
Listen,
today,
I'm not going to
and
rule
it
us out
nearly
when we have the
worked.
best- But by the way, when we have the best striker in the world, I ain't going to rule us out. We have one of the best goalies. Don't tell me anyone. Haaland is the best striker in the world.
100%. Yeah.
I agree.
Don't even debate on his act.
No
He's
one's-
got double his goals, double his assists, double everything.
I might have to, but I might have to raise my hand and say I'm fucking.
don't wanna do
completely
this
wrong
either.
about this.
He's so disingenuous now. It's unreal.
Yeah. I might have to sue.
Really
Say
is.
I'm
there
wrong.
is one time I remember Pep played defensive football and it didn't end well. It didn't end well at all. It was against Madrid in the Allianz, and it did. And I think Madrid battered them 4-0.
No, that was actually Pep actually playing offensive football and getting hit on the counter 4 times with Bale, Cristiano, four times in a row. With Bayern, right? With
Not at the start. Because Ramos
I
scored
know.
from a corner kick, from a set piece, I think, and they were getting peppered left, right, and center. That's when they had to play attacking football because they were losing already 2-0.
Yeah, but that's the thing is to me is personally with me, I think we got defensively stronger. I think
Yes.
Kushinov is being so overlooked by everyone. So overlooked for the night.
How he's being praised everywhere.
Why did he come off?
He was injured. He got
He's injured. He got injured.
Yeah, he got
He's
injured.
going to be
Let
another.
me do
Well,
this super chats.
Whoever
Once
he
he
was,
agrees-
David Gabriel, one of them. It was an accident when he steps on his foot.
Don't think he's defensive, but I think he plays safe. Martin, do you agree with this? Martin Arsenal about Arteta?
I think he's risk averse, especially at the start of the season.
Very
Yeah.
risk averse, right, Martin? Very risk averse.
City improving game by game. Arteta coward again. No, but Arteta's not. By the way, again, I'm gonna
I'm
say
so
this.
relaxed about this, Mo, because if it doesn't work out at the end of the season, if he doesn't win anything, then he's gone. Like it's kind of like an end of the season thing. We'll see the answers, right? I don't know why everyone has to be every day like, oh, I'm reaffirming the thing which I already said 100 times already. Like, just relax and see what happens.
Oh, I love the way they're all
Thank you,
calling
Kel.
Pep and
Thank you,
Pep
Kel.
up
We'll see you
and saying,
tomorrow, Kel, in the afternoon. Good job, Mo. Please check your Instagram box. So tired of the Arsenal double standards. ESPN from their fans who think they will walk the league,
Who said that?
I think this-
especially from their fans who think they will walk the league. Madness. So, Francis, you don't think that Liverpool are heavily favorites? Does anybody disagree with that statement? If I see on a stream and I say Liverpool are heavily favorites to win the league, especially yes. So tired of Arsenal double standards, especially their fans who think they will walk the league.
I don't think
I'm not
He said-
following.
he said
I'm
Arsenal
not following
fans
this.
think we're gonna win.
And
I'm not
Arsenal
following the
fans-
super chat.
He's saying Arsenal fans think they'll win the league and they have double
No, they're
standards.
walking
The league. I don't know anyone that said that we.
I have not seen one Arsenal fan tell me
the
that they
only-
will walk the league.
I have. Come
Okay.
and watch it on a Tuesday afternoon on a Sam's channel.
Francis.
I got told they were romping all over everyone. So best squad in the league.
The only person I heard to ramble on about walking a league was Hussam yesterday, saying that Liverpool's winning somewhere close to 32 games. And I laughed.
Did he say this?
I laughed hard, man. Like, we'll see. You guys haven't seen any wobbles yet, and like, you obviously the chest is puffed up, and I can deal with it. I can deal with it.
Wobbles might be now though. This might be the wobble though. You just don't know.
So if you're 5-0, during a wobble, then you should walk the league. Then yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We don't know. To Martin's point.
Okay, but so you're taking his point. Then you're saying that at this point this could be the wobble, and you could easily walk the league 32, 33 games easy.
Likewise,
I just think that's disrespectful through this league. Like, we've all watched football, a lot of football, and this league is not something that you just walk over. 33 wins, 100 points. It doesn't happen like that every year.
Do you think they walked the league last season?
The league's not that good,
I think
I'll be honest.
The league's not that good. Oh, come on! Anyone takes
it's not outside of Arsenal. So you got Liverpool, then you got Arsenal, and then after Arsenal, you got City.
Anyone takes points off anybody.
And then I was speaking with.
Did you see where everyone's put City now?
Yeah, no, City around third, and if you'll see how you guys develop over the next few months. But then I was speaking with
what about you?
What about you?
All over the show with the teams.
What about you?
We got more wins than.
What about you, Bilal? What about you? You keep saying we'll see how City
develop. This makes sense.
Do you think you're ready to develop? What about you?
We've got the squad to win the league, 100%. We've got the squad. I just don't really believe this manager is brave enough to take us in games where from a point to a draw, from a point to a win, if that makes sense.
But
right?
football is not only about the team; it's about the coaching. The coaching is about
exactly. Yeah, you're saying the same thing as me. I'm saying for me, if you gave us Hansi Flick as our manager, I think we win the league. Right, but you give me Arteta, I think we're struggling.
I don't know.
I think we're gonna have games where we don't get the 3 points.
I think this is a case of the grass is greener, and we'll find out.
I'm talking about our manager.
Later.
If you gave Arsene Wenger, this kind of seemed like a normal Arsene Wenger with this squad. Imagine
normal Arsene Wenger.
A
dinosaur in this year.
Yeah, I mean not the last 2-3 years Wenger. I mean like
because Wenger didn't get players. I don't get it. Like,
imagine Wenger with this team.
Sorry, what?
With this squad that we've got, the football we would be playing.
He would never build this squad, so I can't imagine
that.
He wouldn't buy
what
these
is this,
players.
Broski? What is this?
That midfield that you've got,
the point.
Wenger would never play that midfield.
He'd just buy.
He'd be playing the ballers. He'd be playing the Lewis Skelly, the Neres, the Eze, the Odegaard. He'd be playing the real footballers in the team.
The Wenger midfield.
Yeah, and we'd be ticky-tacking our way to nowhere as usual. You remember?
And then you got your Rice in there. You got your Saliba. Listen. The one thing Wenger had holding him back was that he couldn't play defenders.
Wenger's midfield consists of Vieira and Joe.
Bilal is like Broski. Bilal
play that midfield.
Bilal is like.
I'm just saying,
Broski, you're moving mad. I'm just being honest. To be honest with you.
No, listen. All I'm trying to say is, my point is very simple. No, my point is very simple. We've got the squad to win the league, but the manager is what's holding us back. You bring a manager who has the attacking intention every single game to win games, and is not fearful. That's the main thing. Is not fearful.
You don't think we had the intention to win the game today?
He thinks defense first, safety first, rather.
Again,
not defense. I mean, in terms of low block,
he's
safety first. Everything is
okay.
Worst case scenario. You're going on the worst case scenario. Why you be at home playing against City, who for me, we saw what even Tottenham did.
So you lost hope,
you guys
right?
forgot already what Tottenham were doing to them. Tottenham were
you as an Arsenal fan lost hope in the league. That's what I'm hearing
from
the
season started. I said for me, I fancy us more. Maybe in the Champions League, we might be because of the way we set up to get something in the Champions League. But in the league, the Premier League setup, where we have to play home and away, and we're playing. There's games where we have to take the initiative every single game. I think it's going to be difficult for us to win the Premier League. Champions League, you never know. I feel like we've got a chance with the squad we built, the way we play in European games.
Yeah,
even
but
last season,
it's
somehow
always
getting to a
difficult to win the
semi-final.
Premier League. I don't understand coming this standpoint. Like, I can't even understand being a fan. If you don't believe in the team having a chance to win the league, like, why are you even watching? Like,
no, I believe.
Watch tennis.
I've been saying I believe in the team. I believe in.
So
you don't.
Are you saying you already watch?
There's no chance of winning. Arteta's a bum. He's never going to make it across the line. What are you even watching?
No chance.
You already know.
I didn't say no chance of winning. I didn't say no chance of winning. I'm saying it's very likely
so your team
that we are not going to win the league. We're going to finish second at best. Very likely we're going to finish second again with Mikel Arteta, because there will be many games this season.
That will be actually a very good achievement, because no team ever in the Premier League has actually finished second 4 times.
Yeah, there should
In
be
a
a
row.
trophy for that.
Give us a
That's
silver trophy.
Mo, that's their formidables right there.
Little bronze
Hey,
title.
you guys wanted a trophy for finishing second because City were dominating, so yeah, don't come in.
I'm actually now. I am so convinced that Arteta is a very good coach, but if he doesn't develop attacking, what do you call it, Jerry, in football in English? I know the name in Arabic, like attacking plays. You know what is it called? Patterns. Yeah.
Patches, yeah.
If he doesn't change the way he attacks and he creates more attacking pattern to create more open play chances, I don't think he will win. Because Liverpool,
that's the most
they have
difficult
so
thing.
much nuclear weapons to win games, even if they are like it's a tough game. Like Arsenal must create from open play. Like I need to see Eze have a freedom. Like even freaking Pep Guardiola. I saw Doku popping on the right, left, central, dropping deep, getting the ball, dribbling. Pep Guardiola, who told Henry, sub them out for changing his position 15 years ago, is allowing Doku freedom.
So when Salah cuts inside and like makes the pass, do we give Slot credit for that, or is it just Salah's genius?
Well, no, but that's the difference. Isn't it?
I don't know, Martin. It's a very good question. I don't know.
No, I know why you don't know.
But that's the
bias,
thing.
innit?
Is that Arsenal over rely on Saka, right? And you saw it when he came on. Saka, can you create something? It got to the point where Saka was moving to the left-hand side to pick up the ball and try and do something with the ball.
But don't you guys do that with Salah anyway?
No, Salah does not move to the left-hand side to pick up the ball.
Well, I mean, moving positions, like relying on them to be like your creative
Klopp
force.
does, and what Slot has done is they create, and City, to be fair, it's the way you can, I don't know, you can visualize it the best. You just saw it. It'd go wide. Winger gets the ball, waits for the overlap comes across, ball across the box, Sterling's crashing the box back post. How many goals did we see like that when it was Sane and Sterling? Liverpool have got similar situation. It was everything builds up on the left. They make sure, then they find Salah when they make sure they draw the whole team towards the left-hand side and then find Salah in space and say, Salah, then you go and beat him 1v1. Where Arsenal do not do that. It's Saka get the ball and he's trying to dribble past 3, 4, 5 players across the ball. It's relying on Saka's fine. But when Saka's not there, if Saka's not performing, then what? Who else is going to step up?
Well, he wasn't there. He hasn't been there for like 4 or 5 games.
That's what I'm saying. So it might be Eze might be the guy or whatever, but Liverpool have shown that they've got players, and especially this season, where someone's not turning up, someone else will. Because Salah hasn't been good this season, yet Liverpool still managed to get over the line. And that's the difference.
Can I tell you guys there's one more thing? You know, Martin, why we speak, Martin Man City, you know why we speak about Arsenal more? Because if City don't win the league this season, you already won 6 under this manager. Like, it's okay. I think it will be, because this is like Arteta's career at Arsenal might be over if you don't win the league. And also because everyone put City third. There's a lot of people that picked Arsenal to win the league in the beginning of the season. They're already 5 points behind already. And I don't know, to be honest with you. I actually think there is a lot
coming though when we saw the schedule for like Arsenal's start and all that kind of stuff, and we saw, okay, we're going to have to go to all these places and we have to get through them with all of our points. Otherwise, people will say the league's already over. I
expected a win against Man City at the Etihad. At the Emirates.
Everyone did.
Everyone did.
Like even Man City fans yesterday were telling me, well, if we get a draw, I'll be all right.
Missed opportunity today. Missed opportunity. There's a game we should have won. Going back to the point about Saka being, all that responsibility on him. I'm just thinking about there's 4 players Arteta needs to now give responsibility to this season to push us. Eze, Odegaard, Ranieri, Lewis Skelly. Especially Lewis Skelly, because we signed that. I keep forgetting we signed Hinkapie.
Ranieri and Lewis Skelly.
I think
you're going to
Lewis Skelly needs to come into the midfield at some point this season. Ranieri as well. Odegaard, Eze. These 4 players, if we can get them popping it in the middle, half turns, playing.
It's not about those players, though. It's about the style of play, though,
now
man.
will be unlocked.
The thing is, you're saying that, right? But Marino at Sociedad with Zubimendi, they were popping the ball about. Yeah, Erdogan's been popping. It's not the players, because it doesn't.
It's the style of play.
It's the players, though.
It's the information that's given. It's the information that's given. It's not just about the personnel, because you could have Eze playing in midfield, but if the manager's telling him, listen, I need you doing doggies and doubling up on this fullback, and that
I wanna switch the conversation. Absolutely. We signed Noni to protect Saka's hamstring. Calm. Okay, fair enough. I don't know what that means, Yellow. Francis, thank you so much. Thank you for response. Arsenal win 5-0. Complain. Do you expect to blitz everyone? Emotional fan base. Yeah, some
Very
of the
emotional.
very emotional, Francis. AD is saying United is gonna win the league, lads. Yildiz, Baliba, Bastoni incoming summer 2026.
That's a
Come to
Bastoni
United.
chest, boy.
Bastoni is not going to United. Baliba is going Liverpool. Yildiz is not going from Juventus to Manchester United.
Liverpool.
What about Doku? Why is no one speaking about Doku this season?
You know what? Can I say something, Doku?
Outstanding,
Sorry. Let me
outstanding.
come in first. I always disrespect
Why do you
him.
want to come?
But today,
Yeah.
I always cuss him. Like, even when United played City in the FA Cup final, I was with my boy and I was like to him, Wan-Bissaka's got him locked up today, and he's like, no, he's cooking. I said, nah, Doku, I've always got something like against him, but today he was a problem. He was a problem.
Amazing.
He relieved
Fantastic.
the pressure from City every single time. You know, he should have scored a goal to make it. Was it 2-0 at the
Did he
time?
get GA? I don't know.
Listen, I think he might have been man of the match.
Uniform?
Honestly, he might have been man of the match of the whole game. So I just want to give him credit because
It's not
he's one
about the
player that I
GA,
always
Martin. It's
criticize.
not about the GA.
okay.
No,
but
I
from
always
Maresca,
criticize
it was
him, but I
about
was
the
so
GA.
If you
It's
watch,
not-
number one, he got like you watch Doku and you tell that he's a difference maker for City today. He's undroppable.
I think I've been giving a lot of crap in previous seasons, but this season he looks like he's a bit more has a
Refined.
bit more idea what to do once he's beaten that man.
It's confidence.
Marty, what do you think, Marty?
Oh, have I changed names now? No, I think
I need to like it.
Doku's been excellent. You've seen the Pep Linders factor in him. I keep talking about the Firmino, Mane, Salah situation that Linders had at Liverpool. I was a bit confused at the very beginning because I thought we were trying to move the ball too quick. But I think the way Doku, especially now he's coming inside a lot more, he's sort of finding the freedom to move the ball. He's a lot more direct. He's making the correct decisions. Thought he was excellent today. I thought him and Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva was a warrior out there today. Absolute warrior. Thought he was excellent. And people tell me, why is Bernardo in the team? Well, that was why I was in the team today. Because you need them.
Because he's a prick.
He might be, but
that's the best compliment we can give him.
he might be a prick, but he's got more medals than your guys combined, sunshine.
Yeah, but he'll still
Anyway.
be a prick. I'm sorry, I thought my mic was off.
Oh, a bit like your trophy cabinet, that's always off or closed.
Hey, that's
Anyway,
fine.
swiftly moving on. I said I thought we were, people. Yeah, was it ugly? Of course it was. I was very, very pleased with the way we performed today. We dug in defensively. I thought we were excellent again. Kushinov, I think he's going to be an absolute baller of a footballer. Why more teams didn't take the chance on him, I don't know. It is what it is. He's an old-style defender.
I got a question for Martin here. Are you surprised with the way you guys are playing these games? Though, like, is it such a departure from what we normally see?
Well, like I said, we lost a lot of players that could play that way. We don't have Mamouche. We don't have Cherky at the moment. We don't have Eight Nori at the moment.
Savino's in the bad books, eh?
Pardon?
Savino's in the bad books. Like he only got a couple of minutes at the end, or
no, he's coming back from injury.
Okay.
I think it makes everything kind of makes sense now because the appointment of Pep Linders and the way they're playing as well is just. I want to say it's reminiscent of how we played, but it was just like you can see the similarities and you can see that certain players are starting to get joy from this, and primarily is Doku. I think Doku was heavily linked with us, JJ, wasn't he, back in the day because of the similarities.
They thought would be the Mane. They were like, Mane replaced.
Yeah.
I just checked some stats while we're talking about the difference between City, Arsenal. It's very astonishing, actually, these stats. The team that created the most chances in the league is Chelsea. Right behind them, not far, is Man City. The teams that have the most shots on target are Liverpool, actually. The teams that have the second XG is Man City. Right? Currently, I haven't mentioned Arsenal because all of these are like open play, stuff like this. Big chances, Mr. Man City. Touches in opposition box, Arsenal. By far.
What about key passes?
I don't see it. I don't see that. But Man City have created, even though they played games when like they were second fiddle, they still created a lot of chances. Actually, they missed the most chances. I actually think if Pep Guardiola gets this right, he gets a run in.
Yeah.
I think so.
That's why I don't.
I
really
genuinely,
know.
I think he gets a run of games or he win games. I think so.
I hope
But
so.
do you know what my main worry is if I was a City fan is because the
You
way
hope
they
that
play.
Guardiola gets to run of games.
No,
Like he gets a run of games of run of winnings. Run of
wins.
wins,
But
I
run of
hope he
wins.
beats Liverpool.
if the way that they play, I don't know if that suits the defense that they've got.
And the
I think
midfield.
it suits us perfect.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Because if you think about prime example, Man City versus United last week, the amount of time Sesko got in behind of Ruben Diaz, I can't remember. I think it might have been Vardio that was playing. I don't know. It was a problem, and if Sesko was,
Do you think if City go back to
better-
attacking, they will concede like what they did against Brighton? They will concede chances. That's what you
similar,
think.
yes. And if they're playing against a team that has potent attackers as well,
That's an interesting thing.
I think City, if they wanted to, like realistically, they could have tried to go for a shootout and see, now let's see Haaland for Jokerit, who's gonna get more and make it end to end. But I think Guardiola was like, we're not losing this game. This game we're not losing.
Yeah, he couldn't lose. He would have been 6 points from 15. That would be ridiculous. That would be the worst. It's already his worst start of his career. So that I think, but also he trusts Doku, Foden, Haaland on the transition, and Reinders.
I got confused. Just said, if City get a better attack against them, well, wasn't that the second best attack behind Liverpool today?
No. What Ram is saying, if City go back to playing the position-based football, front foot football, committing players forward more, and leave their defense in a high line, they will concede chances.
Yeah, no, we'll do that against the lower teams. I think against Liverpool, Arsenal.
You did it against Brighton and you lost.
We did it against Chelsea. When we didn't, we tried more possession-based against Brighton.
Yes, and you lost. What about? And you did it against Spurs and lost.
We were playing a lot more passive.
Didn't they do it again? Didn't they City against
Tottenham were cooking them.
Spurs?
Tottenham were Tottenham.
No, but Tottenham was different. Tottenham already had them on the front foot and pressured them into. That's how their goals came about, was pressuring to their mistakes rather than hanging behind.
We've changed from Tottenham. Don't look at the way we.
Obviously, Trafford was in goal as well. That was a big issue.
Actually, just to let you know, the amount of missed passes Donnarumma makes. Pep Guardiola to build from the back. Pep Guardiola needs that 11th player, which is the goalkeeper. He used Ederson. Donnarumma today. If you guys watch the game, every time Donnarumma tried to dink it, just like more than 5-yard, 10-yard passes, went to a throw-in. Like it went to an Arsenal player.
Gyökeres nearly stole it. I think. Was it?
Yeah, like
it was one time.
And that is why I think Pep Guardiola is changing the way he does things.
That's what I was saying earlier.
Because he doesn't have the 11th player on the pitch to pass the ball around. To create the extra man is the goalkeeper, Ederson. For all this time, it was Ederson. He doesn't have him.
This is why the Tottenham and the Brighton games are different now. Because we were planning to play the ball out from the back. Because it was Rodri and Bernardo coming collecting it from the goal.
So what are you going to do?
That's how they conceded the goal. That's how they conceded the goal, isn't it?
Very, very different now with Donnarumma. Donnarumma has changed it all completely. Absolutely changed it all.
What do you mean change it to what?
Because we're not playing out from the back a lot anymore.
So how are you going to have position?
No, there's a lot. What we had to do was, as a team, we had to get Erling Haaland involved. Because when we were playing the possession-based football, and you know yourself, everyone was saying Haaland was just a statue.
Yeah, he had like 10 touches in the game or something like this. Yeah.
Since Donnarumma's come in, look at his touches now.
Yeah.
He's assisting, he's moving, he's holding the play up. Do you remember the way we played against Chelsea and Newcastle last season? When we went a lot more direct. And Pep said after the game, and everyone ignored it, and Pep said,
fuck me, Erling Haaland had 26 touches in the game when Man City had 30% position.
There you go.
That's astonishing, actually.
One ball behind everyone. That's what they've done, isn't it?
Try and get. What you do is what Pep's trying to do at the moment is heighten his good players and hide the deficiencies, basically.
Yeah.
In the best
That's
way.
actually astonishing, actually. I didn't realize 26 touches.
I told you this last week. Derby and you went off.
Like Erling Haaland, when Man City have 70% possession, he gets like 15 touches. in the game.
Even less
Well,
than
he's
that.
an outlet.
Against
That's the
Burnley
thing.
next week will change again because Burnley ain't going to set up in the same way.
Yeah,
But
Burnley
that's
ain't going to
why-
play the ball out from the back.
That's why I say the way that you're playing, comparing it to what your defense that
But
you've
can
got.
that win them the league, Graham?
What?
Can that style win them the league?
it can.
Changing from game to game.
It can
Oh,
do.
that, yeah,
You've
possibly,
seen our
yeah,
top
possibly,
six
but
record.
that's all. That's how it's always been, though. Mo.
No, but
Like,
Ram,
look
you
at
know,
last
our
season.
top
Since
six
Pep
record
Guardiola, since
is
I'm gonna say that, since Antonio Conte switched to 3-5-2 or 3-4-3, no, the teams that win the league have a significant style that is very dominant.
Would
in
you
the league.
argue that with last season with Slot?
You
I-
average a higher position than
But I
everyone
think-
else. You
No, but
actually, yes.
I think Arsenal will
It's
still.
different.
Sorry, I think City will still average a lot of possession in the majority of
Oh,
games.
without
But
doubt.
what it gives them, but I think what it gives them is against in the big teams, right? Where you saw, Guardiola against Klopp thinking, I don't know what to do. It's like without the ball, they're just as dangerous. They've got players in Haaland and Doku that they were more dangerous than the Arsenal forward line, and they didn't have the ball. Because every time Arsenal transitioned it over, and you saw with the first goal, and you saw with what Doku started to do, was boom, boom, 1-2 in behind. And you're not catching Haaland, you're not catching Doku.
I mean, I
If
wonder.
they can do that in the big games, if they can do that in the big games, and against your Burnleys, teams sit back, but they've got the players, to your point, Mo, you said Foden, Bernardo Silva, Rodri, where they can keep the ball and keep.
Well, that's
keep
just it, though.
JJ, you're missing out one person as well.
It's teams
Let
that
me,
are
jump in.
let me be
Graham,
critic, quite
because
That's
critic.
why he will die.
I think what we have to pay attention to is second balls too, because like even if you go direct and you knock it down, if you have enough guys in and around second balls, it's still Man City at that point to keep the possession, work it around that way. It's not like they're just knocking it up to Haaland and then looking for one pass to get it into Doku. They're still looking to control the game. They're just not building up from the back, right? So you knock it long to Haaland. Haaland knocks it down. Who's on for the second ball? Who's coming in to get the ball and receive it and recycle the possession from there,
That's
right?
the gamble, though, isn't it? Because you see,
Well,
like,
that's where the work's going to be, though. That's
Yeah, but
exactly where the work is.
Gamble. But there's two ways to control a team. You can control a team with the ball, and you can also control
Without
a team without the ball.
Right.
And
I
what
think
the,
that's what
the clever
good
part
at.
is making the team. who's
Guys
got the
noticed
ball
everyone
think
moved
they're in
on.
control.
Other than Arteta,
What do you mean?
control wise,
That's to run,
everyone moved
That's what-
on from the safe. That Pep Guardiola himself said it. Like, I want always have the ball. I want to have the safer options. Everyone moving away, but make Arteta.
But Guardiola doesn't have a choice. That's the only thing. You don't have a choice with
I think
these
it's about
signings.
balance.
Obviously,
You do
Donnarumma-
have a choice. Now
He
you
can't
have the
play-
likes of
Pep can't play the way he really wants to play. The minute you have Donnarumma and goal and then Haaland up front, the way they play today, that's the best way to play. And
but
Doku,
Yeah, but
these guys,
they-
today's way they played suits them the best, right?
You don't bring in
I
a
don't see-
Donnarumma. You don't bring in a Donnarumma expecting
Play
to
the
play
same
from the
way.
back, right? Like you expect it to change the way you're going to play fundamentally, and that's a choice. That's a choice.
Well,
for
he,
them to do
he
that.
saved one from Madueke with his left hand.
Right,
I'm like,
hang on,
that is
can I
going
just
near
give you an
post.
example. Mo, let me give you an example. And Ram, you'll know what I mean by this. Last season at the Etihad, Liverpool came and they played without the ball. 33%. We had 67% possession.
Who
We
won?
had 16 Liverpool 2-0. We had 17 chances. They had about 6 or 7. They stuck their chances away because their chances were better because they were doing us through the transition because we're sat there trying to play the ball sideways, thinking we're in control of the whole game. Because we all came away going, City were good that game. And when you actually look back, we were never in control of the game. Liverpool were in total control of it.
That's like how Simeone plays.
That's like obviously your
I
Mourinho.
think every
Frank-
team needs to have the balance that, like, you depending on who you're facing, you may want possession or you may not want possession. You need to be able to handle.
And by the way, this is without Mamouche, without Cherka, without Stones, without Aït-Nouri. We've got shitloads of players still out yet.
I think Mamouche is a big miss. Mamouche, especially in this game, is a massive miss. A
Today,
person that
I would
loves to
love to
thrive
put
on direct
Haaland
football
off
is him.
and bring Mamouche on. I would love to put Foden off, bring Cherky on. We didn't have them options.
At least you won't concede from corners anymore because Donnarumma looks like he's going to reach anything that's in the air all the way up to the edge of the box. That guy
He was
punching
commanding
pretty
back there,
good.
man. Commanding in that area, man, for sure.
I'll go
Yeah.
ask though, that goal that they
Look-
conceded. Would you say that's Donnarumma's fault?
100%.
Yeah.
No.
Because on the terrace, everyone was saying it wasn't his fault, and I looked back.
I wasn't on the terrace. 100%.
Unreal
Well,
shit.
no,
He was in no man's land.
no.
man's land.
Do you know
It's a
when
great
you
finish,
think of
though.
the phase of play, Reinders should have gone to the corner flag.
Yeah.
What he really
Yes,
should have done,
but
but he didn't.
But
the
they
ball
did
is long. The ball is long. Martinelli's right-footed. He's going to
No,
the
but
left.
I'm thinking of the
Aki's on
phase
his
before that.
shoulder. He's not going to finish with his left. If Donnarumma stayed, it's a 1-0 Man
I agree.
City.
You know,
No,
but
I
you know if
agree.
Donnarumma
You're
stays,
looking at
if
just
Donnarumma
that
stays
one
and
phase
he
of play,
shoots,
Eze
look,
over the top. I'm looking at before that as well. If Reinders goes to the corner, Eze's not got that ball.
Yeah, but that's not the point, Martin. We're talking about now the ball is played.
The point.
No. But now the ball is played.
How's
Is it
that not the
Donnarumma?
point?
Okay. Is it Donnarumma's fault?
I think it's Donnarumma's and Nico G's and whoever else. Yeah, it was a mixture of everyone.
I think any keeper would have got that scored on them. It doesn't matter who it was because
yeah,
it looks like
I think it's a ridiculous finish. Like he has to narrow the angle out. If he stays on his line and he scores, you're comparing him to Onana. You're comparing him to Onana when he just does this, and he has to come out to narrow the angle.
Yeah, if Martinelli makes that run a yard late, he's offside. So this
But
is
JJ, how many times?
Go where you want to go with that.
How many
This is
times
why
have
I'm
you
looking
seen?
at the phases before.
No, Aki's forcing him wide on his left. He's not a left-footed guy. No.
Was it Ake or was it Vardio? I thought it was Vardio that was.
Ake.
It was Guardiola and then went into Ake.
Could
I
you
think
say
the one
Donnarumma
shoulder
should
to
have
shoulder
come
is
out
like-
there?
JJ, how many
Like,
times have we seen?
Why is he
Ali-
coming out? He's not closing the angle. The ball
but
is
could he have
bouncing.
got to
It's
the
right
pass
there.
originally?
You can't stand there
we
though,
feel
can you?
Bro,
If
he's
you're
too heavy
Donnarumma
to
at
get
that
to the
moment, you can't
pass.
just stand.
No, but problem is,
Stand
right?
there, just wait for
It's either you
it.
come out completely, close him down, so even if he tries to chip you, it hits your hand, or you stay a little bit around the 6 yards box. Him standing outside, like in the penalty like spot, that didn't make any sense to be honest with you.
Because
I'm sure
how many-
Martinelli wouldn't be able to do that again if he tried it like 15 times. The kick on that angle was kind of like really awkward.
Mhm.
Let me do this. Francis saying, good panel. Arsenal played well. It's a high-end game and just at 5 games. Oh my God, Arsenal fans, relax. Oh yeah, go
I will
Francis.
say
Go.
this. I wanted to say this before. I don't know if you guys have been watching the same Premier League, but whenever you've got two big teams that have a really like high pressure game where no one can afford to lose, you always end up with like some kind of tentative, boring game, right? The only exception I can think of was Liverpool Man City like 4 or 5 years ago, where you guys would just go basketball game on it. But this kind of stuff is normal.
Liverpool City games are always quite basketball.
Well, not lately, but they used to be.
When it was Klopp and Pep, it was basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
it's
yeah,
really
actually.
cool.
I'd say style of play.
I'm gonna say this to be honest. It's not dire. The problem is Liverpool have won 5 out of 5. Like this result would not have looked as dire as people are thinking about it now, covering their faces. Arsenal are finished and the league is over. If Liverpool haven't won 5 out of 5.
I'm just looking at that game next week for Arsenal and being like, are you going to take points from St. James's Park? I don't see it happening.
Who are you guys?
Another big test.
Does anybody
big
think that Liverpool, Arsenal are gonna go to St. James's Park and win?
I think we're due a win there. We have to.
I don't think. I don't see
Duo
it.
win doesn't. To be honest, I woke up today at 8 in the morning to watch Newcastle. What a fucking shitty game I've watched. Like, oh my God. This is a fucking shit game, bro.
If anyone that watched the
And
Newcastle,
I'm going to tell you something. Bournemouth looked more drilled than Newcastle, which is astonishing.
no, but Mo,
Bournemouth are-
if anyone that watched
They
the,
played their
if
second
anyone
team,
that
though.
watched the Newcastle,
Bruno and that didn't even come on the pitch. Like they
Yeah.
they sacked this game off thinking,
So Voltemada moves in slow motion. It's
he's good,
unbelievable.
though. He's good though.
Listen, I've watched him only a couple of times. I can't.
Technically, he's good. He's good.
oh JJ man, come on,
He's good. Watch.
German Peter Crouch, bro. German Peter Crouch.
For real, for real.
I told you.
And Peter
He's
Crouch
not-
was good.
Peter Crouch was good, but
No, but I think he's way more. He's way more technical. Peter Crouch,
Of
has
course.
zero technical football.
Oh no!
Oh no,
No,
Mo,
I'm gonna
don't
send
do
you.
that.
That's nonsense. That's nonsense.
Don't do
I
that.
watched Peter Crouch since 2007, something when he was at Spurs.
Voldemort is more technical. Let's just be.
It's more technical,
No,
Cherry.
no,
You guys are hating.
No,
You guys are
I
I
hating.
swear, I remember one
Rubbish.
day. You know, Crouch's hat trick against Arsenal.
bro.
One-
The whole he what was it? He has good feet for a big man. Came because of Peter Crouch. That's how the thing started. Was because
Crouch
of it.
footwork.
Crouch's footwork
I'll
was.
talk to you guys off camera. Crouch.
Remember, oh, yeah, no. Remember, type in Liverpool versus Arsenal 2008. Peter Crouch.
If
Hey,
if Man City reached the Liverpool game in November 9, won 4 out of the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games,
So they've lost
I think-
2.
they already
Yeah.
lost. They already lost 7 points, right? They lost 2 and drew 1. If they win 4 out of 5, I think they'll be in a very good
Are you talking
place.
about Man City or Liverpool?
Talking about Man City. Man
Okay.
City have 5 games.
Yeah,
Arsenal-
we have a nice set of fixtures coming up, and that's what will determine for me. We can get the next 4 to 5 and get all W's.
Think about it, guys. I'm
Then
telling
I'm
you
in a
guys.
title race.
You
Then I'm in a
ruling-
title race.
You ruling out Arsenal today after they play Newcastle, Fulham, West Ham, Palace,
Mhm.
Burnley, Sunderland, Spurs at home. All of these
Sunderland
can
away.
be. Huh?
Sunderland
The thing is,
away.
we're going to have to beat Liverpool. Like
Sunderland.
obviously, to get ourselves back
You
in it.
really think that Sunderland has a
We have
chance
to beat
against Arsenal?
Sunderland every time
If
we're
it's
away.
at the
I'm
Stadium
sorry.
of Light, they do. I think Sunderland has a chance against any
Well,
team.
to be honest with you, Ram, if you think that Sunderland has a chance against Arsenal, Arsenal should not be in a title conversation. Like, with all due respect.
No. If you watch how Sunderland play, Sunderland will be a problem for any team.
I promise you, I only watch highlights of Sunderland and I haven't watched the game.
any
I
I
other-
watched today. They were very, very good. A team with 10 men and still out.
You know, I thought Chelsea would be top of the league today, or at least
Nice
second.
try.
but That's Wallah al-Azim, I thought you'd be top of the league.
Oh,
Yeah.
you taking back everything you said about Chelsea? Like you're gassing them, saying that.
I don't know.
Yo, you guys talking Chelsea when I gotta go?
We're gonna.
guys
I'm
talking
not gonna
Chelsea when
talk
I
Chelsea. I
gotta go?
spoke enough Chelsea yesterday. We'll talk about Chelsea
enough.
today.
Listen, 5 games already, man. Chelsea.
I'm gonna say, guys, I wanna-
hold on. I gotta run. But with you, man, I'm telling you, man. After 5, I know it's content creation. You have to keep talking about things week after week after week. Nobody's talking leagues in September. If anyone's talking leagues in September, I'm not sure how long you've been watching football, but I'm not looking at anything. I'm not talking about anything about like leagues until we get into November, into December. So all this talk about this person's not in the race, this person is in the race, these two teams are like that's for later.
Do you think
folks.
Maresca's gonna get sacked?
No, of course not. Why would he?
Of course not.
Of course not. Anyhow,
course
fellas,
not.
it's been fun, man. We'll talk
Yeah,
again soon.
guys.
Thanks,
Thank you
guys.
so much, Critic. Guys,
Yeah,
I
every
want to
time.
thank everyone that joined us as well. I'm not gonna keep it long. This is it. Congratulations to Liverpool. That's all I have to say this weekend. To Manchester United for winning against Chelsea.
Congratulations for winning the league, boys.
Yeah, and Liverpool
Yeah,
champions.
And we're
The
trying.
21st. They're gonna actually present the trophy next week. Actually, when they play Crystal Palace. If Arsenal
Can I have the
don't win,
lotto numbers?
Two. I'll take it as well.
if Arsenal don't win against Newcastle. But listen, I want to thank everyone that joined us. Make sure, guys, we cannot have 150 likes only. Hit that like button, people, before you go. Get us to 200 likes. I will see you guys tomorrow in the National League and on MHF and on a lot of shows tomorrow. I'll see you guys later. Thank you. Martin the Mancunian way in the description. And also Jerry James, who doesn't do shows on his channel. Of course, and the Ram Stand, who doesn't do shows a lot of on his channels. You'll see them on the Liverpool show on Friday on Osam at 11 p.m. UK time, of course. And Bilal as well, who's trying to get back to the content creation.
Yeah.
And we're going to be out of here, people. Hit that like button. Flawless is live. I will redirect to Flawless. Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? Yeah, Flawless is live. Let me redirect to Flawless. And we'll see you guys later.